Hello everyone. So, I've been playing a lot of Saints Row the Third Remastered, and for those of you who don't know, it's actually my favorite game of all time, Saints Row the Third. So I'm actually like super excited that they have a remastered for it. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of it. And I'm not like done 100%ing the game yet. I'm close. We're on Act 3 and we have like 86% district control. So yeah. We're definitely getting there. Me and AJ, who shows up on my streams a lot, we've been playing it together. So that's cool. So, as for how the remastered is compared to the original, the graphics are fucking amazing comparatively to the original. It looks modern as shit. They have done like redesigns to a couple of the characters, and like nothing major, like oh my god, that's ridiculous. But they've gone out of the way to like add like a little bit of like facial hair sort of rough to Osiris and shit, like, and they've added more like dimension and detail to the faces. So they've actually like they haven't just upped the resolution to 1080p kind of thing from 720. They haven't just done that. They've actually straight up gone and actually improved the graphics. In fact, the game went from, I feel like originally it was like 8 gigs to like 40 something gigs now. Like they straight up remastered the entire game graphically speaking. It is amazing. So all of the old glitches and stuff that you used to do back in the original, like the customized, non-customizable vehicles thing, and all the other nonsense, all those are still there, so that's cool. Um, Now, it does seem like it crashes slightly less frequently, than the original. That does not mean that there are not crashes. Oh boy, are there crashes. Yeah, so we were playing co-op the entire time, and, frequently it doesn't seem to crash in the open world terribly often. I have had one open world crash, but I've had collectively between me and AJ like 10 um crashes starting up an event. Like something that happened more than once, and it actually happens rather frequently. We'll start up a we'll start up an event where we have to play in traffic. The playing in traffic one, I forget the fucking name of it off the top of my head. Insurance fraud, there it is. So 90% of the time when we start up an insurance fraud, one of us will crash. So we'll flop onto the first car, boom, someone crashes. Then it gets a disconnect. But like the way where these crashes are, they're not in places where you lose progress because they seem to crash directly after a save. Compared to the original Saints Row the Third, where it would just fucking crash randomly left, right, and center, and you'd lose 6 hours worth of progress because you were fucking around. So that's good. You don't seem to lose progress with these crashes. But there are still crashes. Like, we were trying to do one mission. The first time we launch it, AJ crashes. So I save, quit, and then we load up again. Second time, I crash on the exact same mission. Third time, no one crashes and it goes just fine. But, yeah. Oh boy. My advice, if you crash in a thing, and you're crashing consistently in it, like if you're playing single player, you crash and you crash again, go do something else. Run a couple other missions and try coming back to it later. It's weird, but you know, it still has the Saints Row the Third charm of it's a heckin' crashy crash game. The Genki Manapult, that vehicle, that thing is excessively bugged. Its cannon is not on the vehicle and it's missing the hood. So that's weird. That thing is just broken. I don't know when we're gonna get a patch for that. But yeah. That thing's just broken as hell. But other than that, it's pretty darn cool. Also, they have redone the models for the weapons in the game. They still look like how they should, but they look modernized and less blocky. So they've actually changed the models, keeping with the theme of them, but just making them not look like shit. They're less blocky, they got more details to them, and they just work. And it doesn't feel any jarring at all. It looks like how they should look, but just like better and more detailed, and like, I don't know how to fucking describe it. Like, they didn't just they improved the quality, and not just in a sense of boom, looks prettier. We copy pasted the model but made it have more polygons. They didn't just add polygons, they added detail as well. So like, they actually genuinely took their time with this and made it really good. And I love it. It's so good. It's amazing. Of course, I am biased with this NYAN game review, because it is literally a remaster of my favorite game of all time. So I am biased as shit. But it's amazing. I love it. It has its problems, but so did the original. It still crashes way more than than a modern game should. But that's probably somewhere in the coding that they didn't remaster the code for. I mean, it still shows our age a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels fun to play still. But there's two things that constantly get us. One is the menu for your phone. So we play on Xbox with this, just because co-op and he wanted to play with me. So you hit the back button on your controller to pull up the menu. That is weird. So pulling up your, like, usually in modern games, start is your menu, and then the back button is your pause menu. Like, your inventory and everything you'd fuck with, your player menu and shit, that's gonna be your start menu. And then, if you want to pause the game, and, like, exit, that is the back menu in most modern games. So, when we're playing this, you constantly, every, like, 5 minutes, here, whoops, wrong button. And, because the start button is the pause menu, and since it's multiplayer, back from 2011, when one person pauses the game, the entire game pauses for everyone. So yeah, if AJ pauses it, I can't do shit. I see a menu that says game paused, D-pad down to disconnect. So yeah, if you're like me, I started my single player, like for 5 seconds before AJ did, so that I could, like, fuck with my goddamn sensitivity settings, because I'm a lunatic for sensitivity and it has to be just right. So I had to pause and unpause the game like 5 times to get the sensitivity perfect. And every time I would do that, if I was playing multiplayer, I would pause the game for the other person, so they would just be sitting there waiting for me to putz around with settings, not able to shoot people. Which, in 2020, is a bit obnoxious. But this is like 2011, 2012 multiplayer, so I don't know. It's fucking Saints Row, man. Yeah, so as long as you're aware of the quirks of what you're getting into, then yeah, it's fine. Especially if you played the first game and you like the first game, you'll love the remastered. It's so good. Ugh. Oh my god, I've been rambling on for nearly 10 minutes about how much I love this. So just to not be stereo fucking typical YouTuber, I'm not gonna ramble on for another 1 minute. We're just gonna end it here before 10 minutes. Oh, already. Yeah, bye everyone.